Queen Nefertiti was the wife of the pharaoh Akhenaten and one of the most powerful and influential queens in ancient Egypt. She lived during the Amarna period, which was characterized by the religious revolution led by Akhenaten, and played a significant role in shaping Egypt during this era. Nefertiti is best known for her iconic bust, which was discovered in 1912 and has become one of the most recognizable symbols of ancient Egypt. The bust depicts her with an elongated neck, high cheekbones, and full lips, and has been celebrated for its beauty and elegance. In addition to her physical appearance, Nefertiti was a powerful and influential figure in ancient Egypt. She was depicted alongside her husband in many of the new religious scenes that characterize the Amarna period and is believed to have played a key role in the creation of the new religious art. Queen Nefertiti supported her husband during his reign in ancient Egypt and had significant contributions. The most significant aspect of Akhenaten and Nefertiti's religious reforms was the introduction of the worship of the sun god Aten. They believed that Aten was the one true god and that all other gods were manifestations of Aten. This was a radical departure from the traditional religion, which involved the worship of many gods and goddesses. Akhenaten believed that he was the only one who could communicate directly with Aten. He saw himself as the intermediary between the people and the divine, and this was a significant departure from the traditional role of the priesthood in Egyptian religion. The worship of Aten involved new rituals and practices that were different from those of traditional Egyptian religion. For example, there were new hymns and prayers that were written specifically for the worship of Aten, and there were new rituals involving the sun disk that represented Aten. Akhenaten and Nefertiti also engaged in iconoclasm, the destruction of images of traditional gods and goddesses. They believed that the worship of these gods and goddesses was misguided and that they needed to be replaced with the worship of Aten. Akhenaten and Nefertiti built new temples dedicated to the worship of Aten. These temples were different from traditional Egyptian temples, with open courtyards and fewer enclosed spaces. The reign of Akhenaten and Nefertiti also saw a significant shift in the style and content of Egyptian art. The traditional, formal style of Egyptian art was replaced by a more naturalistic and expressive style, characterized by elongated proportions and flowing curves. This new style is often referred to as the Amarna style, after the new capital city that Akhenaten built. Akhenaten and Nefertiti built a new capital city called Akhenaten, also known as Amarna, to serve as the center of their religious and political activities. The city was built in a new style, with open courtyards, gardens, and large public spaces, and it became a center for artistic and intellectual activity. They consolidated royal power in a way that had not been seen before. The traditional bureaucracy and priesthood were reorganized, and new officials were appointed to manage the affairs of the state. The role of the royal court also expanded, with Nefertiti playing a significant role in the administration of the kingdom. Nefertiti was a powerful and influential queen who played a significant role in the political and cultural life of Egypt. She is often depicted in art alongside Akhenaten, and it is clear that she had a significant degree of influence over him. The reign of Akhenaten and Nefertiti challenged traditional gender roles, with Nefertiti taking on a more active and visible role than many queens before her. Amarna was an ambitious project, and it was built in a relatively short amount of time. The city was designed to reflect the new religious and political ideals of Akhenaten and Nefertiti, and it was filled with monumental buildings, temples, and administrative centers. The city of Amarna was abandoned after the death of Akhenaten, and it was largely forgotten until it was rediscovered by archaeologists in the 19th century. Today, the ruins of Amarna are a popular tourist destination, and they offer a fascinating glimpse into the world of ancient Egypt during the reign of Akhenaten and Nefertiti. It is known that Tutankhamun was the son of Akhenaten, but there is no clear evidence to suggest that he was the son of Nefertiti. Some historians have suggested that Nefertiti may have been his mother or even his co-regent, but there is little solid evidence to support these theories. What is clear is that after Akhenaten's death, Tutankhamun became pharaoh and returned Egypt to its traditional polytheistic religion. Nefertiti's influence declined after this change, and there is no record of her after the 12th year of Akhenaten's reign. Some historians have suggested that she may have died or been exiled, while others have speculated that she continued to play a role in Egyptian politics behind the scenes. As for Tutankhamun, he ruled for a relatively short time and died at a young age. His reign was overshadowed by the restoration of traditional religion and the decline of the Atenist movement that had been promoted by Akhenaten and Nefertiti. Despite the lack of concrete evidence about the relationship between Nefertiti and Tutankhamun, their legacy continues to fascinate people around the world. They are two of the most iconic figures of ancient Egypt, and their influence can still be seen in the art, literature, and popular culture of today. Overall, the reign of Akhenaten and Nefertiti brought about significant changes in the religious, artistic, and political life of Egypt. While their reforms were not universally popular, they left a lasting impact on Egyptian history and culture, and continue to fascinate people around the world today. Thanks for watching.